Hello, Fightful Faithful. It's the day before Wednesday.
That got me pretty good.
Good. I'm
Because
glad.
whilst not inaccurate, is not normally what you say.
No,
Normally
it's
you
not
say,
normal. It's not
it's
normal.
Tuesday, we're going to do
It
the thing.
means the same thing as the thing I normally say,
It does.
and it's
For
also
example,
not inaccurate, but it is crucially different.
it is. If you had said, why today's the day after Monday, I would have had the same reaction.
Mm-hmm.
It is. That does, in fact, make it Tuesday. It is the Sour Grapes post show for August 11th, 2026.
Yep.
Which means get in your super chats, get in your humper chats. Ellie Cease is back in the chat. What's going on?
Nice.
Subscribe to Fightful Select as well, where if you had already been subscribed, you would have known that Zilla Fatu was expected in WWE, because Shawn reported that a couple weeks ago. I'll tell you
Right.
what we did not report, and that is anything about Jordan Grace. That was a Russell Votes Q&A thing that got wildly taken out of context and incorrectly aggregated by several
Nice.
people. They
Yeah.
said a few things, but they did not say she's expected back in creative. They did not, there was a lot that was just inaccurate. So anyway, Thursday, the big reports and scoops and aggregatable show. Monday, not so much. A Q&A, subscriber-fed Q&A with a lot of educated analysis and guesses
Yeah.
in these things. But unless specifically said, report this, we don't report those things. So, FightfulSelect.com, best value you could possibly get in the whole wide world, because you get really important stuff, like me and Alex playing Tomodachi Island behind the paywall.
Yeah.
We are trying so hard to make Zack Sabre Jr. and Hugger Bailey fall in love, and they just won't take the hint.
They won't. They're both madly in love with each other, but are too shy
I
to
don't
tell the
wanna
other one about it.
say. And I've calmed down. I've been very messy on the island, but there's like scoops and stuff back there too. But FightfulSelect.com, scoops every day, in fact. So be sure to subscribe, check that out. Also, our Discord, like, more and moreover, it's becoming far too scarce to hang out with normal wrestling fans in a normal environment. And you can do that at our Discord that is moderated and full of normal people, which is neat. So subscribe and gain access to the Discord. But today, we've got some NXT to talk about, Alex.
We do. We do have some NXT to talk about. We'll talk about the big debut when it happens at the end of the show, and how it renders the storytelling for the past 2 weeks entirely moot. And yeah, it's we'll talk about it. But first, we have to talk about this. You know how unplugged in I am, Kate.
That is correct. You do not do the internet.
I don't follow stuff. I don't like. I'm not. It was I opened the Blue Sky app on my phone for the first time in months. I think I accidentally clicked on it, and I was like, oh, this, and I have no notifications on there, so like it's fine, whatever. But like I'm not on anything. I'm almost exclusively not on anything. And so I thought I missed a story. When Shawn Spears was just not there, and they were like, he's not here, I was like, this feels like if Shawn Spears got released, I would have heard about it. But also they probably wouldn't have mentioned him by name, but I could absolutely see them making a mixed tag match 1 week, and then in the intervening 7 days, that guy just being gone from the company, and them being like, the match is still on, I guess. I wonder if the lady's gonna find a partner. And so I was just like, did anything happen that I missed, or like, does he have a cold? Because I don't. He was just gone, and they were like, don't worry about it, it's fine. And Niko, Vance, and Izzy Dame both said, Lizzy Rain, we told you this would happen. And I'm like, I don't remember them doing that, but they never paid it off. Like, I thought that we were going to find Shawn Spears's him like tied to a chair in a broom closet or something. Like he wasn't there, and
Correct.
he's not here, and they didn't pay off the where was he during the show, which makes me feel like he just wasn't available today. But I don't know where he would have been traveling from. Does he have a visa issue from Ontario, Canada? I don't know why he wasn't on the show, but I was very confused for the entirety of this match, which I did watch 25 minutes late because I started watching the show late. So I had no idea what was going on. And but yeah, he wasn't there. And so Lizzy Reigns was like, "I'll just fight both of you." And eventually Izzy Dame tags in Niko Vance. And Niko Vance gets into the match, and the referee's like, "Well, I don't know what to do about this. This is definitely against regulations." Then you have Booker T saying, "This is entirely legal. What is about to happen is entirely legal." And Victor, "What are you talking about? No, the men invite the men and women invite the women. If the man gets tagged in, we got to tag in the other guy, and there is no other guy. So he's not allowed to be in the ring right now. I don't know what's going on." And Booker T is like, "This is legal. I would enjoy watching Niko Vance deliver a spine buster to Lizzy Reign." And then EK Prosper comes in the most random, sure, why not, I guess, in the history of anything. Is he just he has no connection to Lizzy Reign whatsoever. We've seen her talk to Shiloh Hill, who is not cleared yet. We've seen her talk to Mason Rook, who had a match against somebody else later. Every male figure that she's ever spoken to was spoken for on this episode, as they were like, how about the guy who comes in to save you from being beaten up by Niko Vance is a man you've never spoken to before in your life, and that person happens to be EK Prosper. Can you tell how I didn't enjoy any of this to start the
episode? So a few things. Booker T also called Lizzy Reign the Rainmaker, which I think is taken. So he's going to want to scale that one back. Yeah. That's not one of those like, oh, sick, we should put that on a t-shirt. Because I think someone else pretty important in wrestling is the Rainmaker already. Mm-hmm. Man.
It's Lizuchka Okada. Lizzy is short for Lizuchka.
Yeah, I mean, just known for being the stalwart babyface of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Lizuchka Okada. Reign is her mother's maiden name.
Of course, yeah. As we all know, very similar too with because as you know, Okada very big into the metal, as we see on weekly.
Oh, television. Super big into metal. Yeah.
Yeah, this was quite random and weird. It is also very jarring when you see things like that, because sometimes when there's releases, they do just release people without, like, especially at NXT, it's just like, these 12 people are now gone. Nothing you can do about it. Bye. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know why you didn't just pivot the entire, just skip a week or whatever. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Unless it's going to be like a Shawn Spears got hurt in rehearsals thing. But shout out to Prosper for just being the guy that jumps in, I guess, all the time when shit happens.
I guess.
Like, that's his role, is just like, I'm going to be there. It is a shame that there wasn't, like, even because Tristan Angels, too, she could be like, I've called you, like, she called him a knob on the show, but he could have, like, tried to worm his way in or whatever. Like, it didn't have to be... Because of the nature of the match, it could have been someone that like wrestled twice, or the connection was loose, but just Prosper just jumping in to save the day again is kind of funny. So I feel like you can't pay off someone else's stable for them, though. That's not how that works.
No, that's not a thing that can happen. No. What happens is at the end, EK Prosper hits his big tuck moonsault thing that he does where he touches the ceiling. But do you know what he does? That his taunt before he goes up top and hits his finisher. Do you know what he does?
No.
He this was also popularized by the football player Cam Newton about a decade ago, maybe longer, where he would open up his suit and we would see the S underneath. He would kind of mime Superman taking off the Clark Kent suit, and underneath is the Superman suit. So he does that. That's his thing that he does. He does not say I'm a Latina because that would be inaccurate in many, many ways. But he mimes taking off the thing. So Booker T, do you hear what Booker T said when he did that?
The Heisman?
No, that's for a different guy, and also inaccurate when he says it. He says, "The cape is coming off," which is the opposite of the thing that he is miming. Like, it's Clark Kent taking off a business suit, and underneath is the cape. He is not taking off a cape. He is revealing a cape that was somehow, and again, you're going to have to, I don't know what kind of weird pockets he's got in that suit, but the cape unfurls when he takes off the suit in a phone booth. Look it up, kids. Yes, there were phone booths on every corner, so there was always a place for Superman to change. But it is egregious to me, as somebody who grew up with Superman, that a guy could watch him do this and go, "Oh, the cape's coming off," because that is the opposite of what is happening, Booker.
That is a very, very fair point. I think if you're going to steal from a wrestler, you should steal from Marshawn Lynch, or from a football player, and just Skittles everywhere.
Yeah.
You'll get a sponsorship out of it.
That should be your finishing move. You just roll Skittles out into the ring and they slip on them like marbles.
And he could have come into the tag match and been like, "I'm just here so I don't get fined." See, there's layers to this.
That's great.
There's layers to this.
We
We did not declare puns. Yeah.
Puns. So here's what I thought. Since Zilla is here, obviously it's short for Godzilla. That's his full given name, is Godzilla Fatu. So I was thinking monster movies.
Love that.
So yeah, monster movies. Why not? That's cool. We haven't done one of those in a while. Like I don't know how many Asia King Kongs we're gonna get, but I'm fine with it. Give us many of those as you want. I'll take them. But I always thought that could be fun. Monster movies. How about that?
I love that for us.
Yeah. So they won. The Elijah Knight, which of course is what EK stands for. But Mr. Prosper and Ms. Rain get the victory, and nothing is settled because Shawn Spears wasn't involved. So whenever he gets back from vacation, the sniffles, minor arthroscopic surgery, I don't know where he is or what's going on because they would not tell us. So whenever he gets back, they have to do this again in some fashion.
It'll be him and Okada next week.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Izzy versus Lizzy. That's also continuing for sure, but there's another thing that is added onto this as well.
They full on set up the Shawn Spears ankle, and then just today it was just a different guy. So it feels like something happened there.
All monsters is certainly on the table. I won't say no to any of that.
Monsters Inc. is right there.
Sure.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a great movie.
So
you know what?
They should have done that. Thank you, 4-Door Soup. That is a soup that can seat 6, and it understands. It understands we need it to be able to crown an interim Shawn Spears.
It's true. 3 doors down, I say 4-Door Soup. If I go crazy, was that them? Will you still call me Superman?
Yeah, that was 3 doors down.
Nailed it.
Will you still call me Superman if I take my cape off?
If I take my cape off.
If I take my cape off before I do my moonsault, will you still call me Superman?
As the song goes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Last week, apparently Tavion Heights and Miles celebrated in the locker room last week after winning the tag titles, and everyone's like, "Wow, we sure do root for you, fellow coworker." And like, it was just this really weird thing of like everyone being just vaguely approving of the new champs because they're not Ricky Vapes and the guy with the hair. So like they're just kind of happy that it's not those guys anymore. Shawn Legacy and Dorian Van Dukes, they want a shot at the titles. Romeo Moreno really wants one, but Noam Dar is like, just let them be the champs for 5 minutes.
Sure.
And also, I don't know if you noticed this, but apparently our friend Aaron Rourke is no longer the Evolve champion because some other dude is standing there holding it who was definitely not Aaron Rourke. And I was like, oh. I was kind of hoping that guy would have like a 400-day reign. You know what I mean? Like just like,
oh yeah,
you know, because that would be signifying that maybe some minds have changed about certain things in wrestling, which
How
is
long
what I
was
would
his
want.
title reign? We're gonna find out. I'm hoping it means he's on his way up. Like that would be cool.
I mean, sure,
119 days, so not
terrible,
but not
terrible.
Not like
could have been longer, but all right.
Statement, but yeah.
Money Mark says that Punk should have put cape on to do his moonsault at SummerSlam.
Counterpoint: Punk maybe should not have got. Listen,
I'm just saying a cape couldn't have hurt. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't have made it worse. You know what I mean? Like why not? Give it a shot.
It wouldn't have made it worse. Yeah. I love a good tribute spot, but you have to crucially be able to do the tribute, otherwise it looks like you hate the person you're doing a tribute to. Feels
True.
wrong.
Kendall's ear has been taped, and I was confused as to what the injury was. I thought she was bleeding out of her ear because her brain had been broken. I thought that was what they were trying to tell us last week, but apparently she cut her ear. Her lobe has been pierced. And I thought they did that at Claire's, but it's fine.
That's disproportionate to the disruption it caused in the match then.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah. Like, but she has a grade 2 lobe piercing, and so she'll be out for another week. You'll be cleared next week.
Me too, when I was 9.
So
my older sister got one in an underground match, and I wanted to get one too. That's how that works.
That's how that works.
This is the accurate diagnosis. She has diverticulitis, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she has diverticulitis, I think, because it's right there already in the word. But yes, I love it.
To be confused with diverticulitis, spelled the other way, which is
entirely
where we're
different.
Still waiting.
We're
like
still
8
waiting
weeks
for him
later
to come. Yes, I get it. That guy's so tantric. But Emily Agard is interviewing Lizzy Rain and EK Prosper, and then
the
Kelly
Rainmaker,
Armstrong,
Lizzy Rain. Yeah,
the Rainmaker, Lizuchka Okada. And Kelly Armstrong swipes the microphone and says, "I'm done with this thing." And she walks out. I want a title shot. I just want one. Just give it to me. And Kalani Jordan comes out and whines about how she never gets a title shot. And it's fantastic that all the whining just got her a title shot.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
I think it's actually a good statement on society. Because there's a lot of crybabies that just get stuff. Here's
the deal, because this is, obviously a show for children because of the collective IQ of the people who are running it. it is a show for children, and so what they're saying is, kids, don't earn anything.
Yeah.
Don't just whine for weeks until somebody gives in and gives you the thing you want. It'll work. Because that's what Kalani has done.
It's not a good lesson to teach, but it's an accurate one.
I mean, I suppose.
Look at their political ties.
Yeah. No, Callie says, you got to get in line behind me for a title shot. And Kalani's like, what? No. I pinned you. Even if the ref didn't see it, I pinned you. The ref did see it. He was crucially counting 1, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4, 2 7/8.
Yeah.
And that was not anyway. But Kendall Gray comes out. She's got an at-a-glance, and I was like, oh, she decided she wanted a triple threat match, and that's not what happened either. She was just like, shut up, Callie. Kalani, I'm giving you the thing that you want, so also you will shut up, and you can have the match whenever you want it. And then Wren is like, wait, you're not cleared. I'll be cleared soon. It's fine. And Kalani's like, I think that I will be nice and wait 2 weeks until Heatwave and have my title match there. And Callie's like, but I want my title match. And Kendall's like, you can get yours after. And then Kalani's like, see, she likes me best. And this was all not great until Wren mouths off at Callie, and then Callie just punches Kendall right in the lobe. And Kendall drops like she got punched in the lobe that it isn't cleared yet. And then Wren gets stomped on by both ladies. But then they realize, wait a minute, I'm not friends with you. Let's stare meaningfully at each other from very close up. And this is definitely going to be a triple threat. The same way that the men's thing is definitely going to be a fatal 4-way. And it's just, I think it's so nice of them to just tell us ahead of time without telling us. You know what I mean?
Well, it is the second PLE on the CW. You got to do something special.
Oh yeah, and also it's a giant day because right before that they're doing the triple A thing.
I do wonder if that is going to be the case because sometimes they love to set that up and then like someone will interfere and do something stupid.
I know, but like.
But that is the handwriting on the wall. It's a triple threat that I would be interested in because all three of them work so different. And as a little sister, I simply must say, and as your basically little sister, sometimes you can annoy people into doing things. And to that I say, good for you, Kalani Jordan, because you can hear damn people if you annoy them enough.
Yeah.
So, I did it my entire childhood.
Yeah. Cruz, Santana Montana is backstage with Robert Stone saying, hey, thank you for making this match. I really, really appreciate that. And then Keanu Carver's like, hey, what's up? New guys getting title shots before me? Just kidding. Good luck out there tonight. And he leaves, and then and Chris Santana Montana is like, what's up with this guy? He just wished me luck. That's doesn't he know what wrestling is? And then Robert Stone's like, I don't know what's gotten into him. I'll go talk to him. He is far too kind. Like, this is weird. Keanu, what's up, man? What are you doing? What's your angle here? I'm just trying to be a good guy. I wished him luck. Hey, did you like that clean and honest victory I scored over EK Prosper last week? Yeah, it was really impressive. What's going on, man? And it was just like it's just so funny that the character they've decided is like Keanu Carver realized that he was getting nowhere beating the hell out of people and being angry all the time, and decided, I am going to try and turn over a new leaf. And maybe you get more with sugar than with salt. And I'm going to try and be nice to everybody. Maybe that'll work. And everybody is like, this is highly irregular. We can't have this. What are you doing, man?
I mean, the switch up was crazy between the two personalities.
It was.
And this is at least them acknowledging it, which oftentimes they don't do. They just are like, you're a different person now. So at least our surrounding casting characters are like, there's been a very noticeable flip that switch. It would be kind of cool if he's both. Like if he pulls this good guy act and then all of a sudden gets super violent in the ring. Like if he can't kind of contain it, could be super fun. My big thing is Robert Stone okay?
No.
I feel like
Immediately
I don't have
no. To the question, the answer to that question is immediately no.
I'm not a psychiatrist, so this is not me giving medical advice, but I feel like just like a little Lexapro or something. This guy is constantly on edge, and I am concerned about him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Swore
on, so nice. Every week comes in, says
swore on.
Kate and Alex Uso, we the ones.
Yeah, the ones.
Love y'all. Alex Uso, crucially, the new name of Zilla Fatu.
It's not out of the realm of possibility.
I mean, they were calling him Zilla Fatu. If they were going to change his name, they would be like, "Oh my God, we know who that is."
And as Shawn did a little video about, we'd all be like, "That name sucks," and then he would be like, "It's actually a tribute to my late grandfather, and also." I named my late dog after my late grandfather.
Yeah.
So, like, it every time. Every time.
Every time. I do like that Keanu told Stone, you ain't seen nothing yet. He's just going to get flowers for all the ladies in the locker room and order pizzas for all the guys. It's just like,
that.
Like he's just, I want everybody to understand how much I appreciate them. I love my coworkers.
Everybody gets Starbucks gift cards.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah. Saquon Shugars versus Dion Lennox in the feud that will not die. This is one of the most clever ways to make everybody look dumb. Which is that I love that at one point after we've been watching the match, we know what these guys do when they wrestle against each other. We understand what's happening. So Saquon Shugars is out on the outside, and here come Cutler and Osiris walking menacingly toward him. And he's like, "Really?" Walks over to the ring steps, reaches down and pulls out his bat. "Now what?" And they're like, "Whoa, we didn't realize you brought a weapon. We were going to beat you up 2-on-1 and cause a disqualification for our guy. But now we'll just back away slowly." And then Dion Lennox reaches down and grabs the bat, and the referee is like, "Hold on, you're not allowed to have that." And he takes it like, "I'm going to turn around and slowly walk over here with my back turned to everything and allow everybody to gang up on Saquon Shugars, and then you can hit a big slam on him and pin him, and this feud will last forever."
Some people started feuding, not knowing what it was, and will continue fighting forever just because this is the feud that never ends. In an hour from now, when this silly ass show is still going on, I'm going to be singing that song because that's pretty much what's going on here.
It's cute.
Thank you. I didn't think of it, to be honest, if I must confess.
Dark State is beating the hell out of Saquon. And and then he is in the trainer's room, and in comes Grayson Waller, and he's like, "So after I told you that you was soft and you're under your phone, what do? You're under your phone. What? Are you all soft? What you gonna do? You like being beaten up? Is that how you lie?" And Saquon's like, "No, you got a point." So he grabs his bat and a chair and leaves the trainer's room. And I guess we'll find out what happens next. Robert Stone is on the phone with Rey Mysterio. He is.
Go ahead.
It's a good thing that he did, in fact, have his feet up on the desk because that man has big feet up on the desk energy. You know what I mean?
He
Like
does.
it's and he's like, hey, I wanted to connect with you on the AAA NXT relationship.
Crucially,
Yeah,
knows what AAA is, which Roman Reigns did not.
did not. Yep.
Or at least who runs it.
So thanks. A great idea that you had for Ray Phoenix to defend his cruiserweight championship in 2 weeks on NXT. We're gonna have a fatal 4-way next week to crown the winner. And Rey Mysterio says, I think EK Prosper, who was fresh off a singles loss last week and a rando tag match he wasn't even supposed to be in this week, he should definitely be in the match. And who do you think from AAA? It's like, it's got to be La Parca. There's no one else that could possibly be in it except for La Parca, I guess. We don't have a lot of cruiserweights down here in Mexico, so this is the only one we got. Because he says it could only be La Parca. And when he said that, I was like, do you mean there are no other cruiserweights? Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of them.
There's like a lot.
But anyway, it can only be La Parca. He says, and I trust you to pick the other two guys who will definitely be entirely deserving of being in a number one contenders match. Spoiler alert, he picks two guys who have no business being anywhere near matches that would get you into matches that would get you into matches that would get you into a number one contenders match.
So, two things. On your Dark State segment, and this, and the project as a whole.
Yeah.
I sometimes say, like, the way the chessboard is arranged is the problem. And NXT is a weird place right now because they just got 12 new pieces or whatever. Like, they were like, we were only operating with, like, one Rook in one night. And then all of a sudden, there's been, like, this infusion. And even the Rook and the Knight were playing Connect 6 months ago. Like, this is something that really... I say this all the time, and I find myself saying it across both American companies right now. And I was saying it a lot about New Japan until recently, because they seem to have figured out their future a little bit with this G1. But, like, potential and usage are so desperately out of whack across a lot. And it's really tough on a product when it's like, well, now you have 12 guys. And here, like, figure it out. And I think there were some, like, I think they thought Mason Rook was going to be, like, boom, into the world title scene. And then the presentation was off. And maybe we take a step back with that and figure some things out. I don't know if they thought Shiloh Hill was going to take off in the way that he did with such a weirdo little character, but everybody loves it. So, like, there's all of these things. But, like, how long have you and I been saying Saquon Shugars is a star? It needs to be, like, launched to the strap. So with stuff like this, and the choices that are made here being somewhat baffling, of like, this is why wins and losses are supposed to matter, is there supposed to be a guideline. And even in your mid-card now, you have Miles Bourne doing double duty on the tag front. So it's like, there's no high-level clarity of who's important. I mean, they've had people show up and be important, right? But then Naraka just, like, lost clean a bunch of times. Like, so it's a reasonable challenge because a bunch of people got called up and a bunch of people just came in. And I'm going to ask Shawn, like, where the hell's Hiromo if he is coming in? Because what's going on? But, like, it creates such a cloud over the product in general, and then when you have people in kayfabe choosing people that are nowhere near realistically who it's like when you pick the skinniest kid on the dodgeball team because you like him. Like it's not realistically who you want taking out the guy on the other side, but it's your childhood friend or what. Like so that's what I want to see. Like from a product-wide standpoint, like there needs to be a tremendous amount more clarity on who's sitting where and who's important, and because it just feels like a bunch of guys right now. Top of the card a little different, but like the rest of it is just feels like a free for all right now. And even though their booking's always a free for all, like usually you know who's important and in what pictures, and that just feels so out the window.
Yeah, truly. I did like when Rey Mysterio was like, it can only be La Parka. And then Robert Stone said with the cadence and inflection of a man who had never heard of the name La Parka before. Oh, I love La Parka. Like, it was just like, it was this way. We just said it like, where he was like, I have to pretend like I know who that is. But like, oh yeah, no, totally. He's the best. You know who else I love? La Winter Jacket. I also love La Winter Jacket. I love La North Face. I love La North Face. Who doesn't love La North Face? It's the best.
I want to switch puns midstream so bad right now. But we're kind of killing it on the other ones, so we'll let those marinate. But La North Face. Holy hell.
Yeah.
You know what, Alex? You can tell when choosing these opponents, or these people to join in this number one contenders. Money is not on the line, because you would not hedge your bets on these guys.
No.
Like, you know floorball. Yeah. Like if you were like, oh, who do you want on your team? You would never be like, oh, McClellan. That guy was a joke, right?
Yeah.
You would never want McClellan on your team. That guy was ridiculous. No. It's like, why don't I just choose Edison too at the same time? You know what I mean? Like, you would never.
No.
But hey, if you did want to lay money down on floorball or wrestling, this is where you would do it.
Yeah.
At MyBookie AG, they say that you can bet on anything, anytime, anywhere. And they mean it. NBA, NHL, NFL, Major League Baseball, UFC, pro wrestling. But that's not it. Motorsports, golf, tennis, darts, cycling, cricket, handball, floorball, rugby, snooker, volleyball, table tennis, cycling. Yeah, you can bet on it at MyBookie AG. They got the best support system in the business. We only want you to bet what you can, and please bet responsibly. But go take advantage of being able to bet on anything, anytime, anywhere. They got live esports. They got racing. They got everything at MyBookie AG. And right now, get a $50 bonus when you deposit $100 or a $100 bonus when you deposit $200. You can bet with Bitcoin and play their great casino games as well. MyBookie AG.
Not McClellan and not Edison. That's all I'm saying.
No, we wouldn't want those guys.
You know what's fun about our ad breaks? Because I do the toss. Not only are my segues obviously fantastic.
Yeah, no, they're the best.
Like, it's just, does Kate need a water? Does Kate need to run to the bathroom? Does she need to tend to her dog? Does she need to adjust her heating pad? Sometimes it's all four. That's all I'm saying. But, So I was speaking at Podcast Movement, that big old convention. No big deal. Thank you guys for voting. I was like, I should have just done a whole presentation, a whole presentation on segues.
Yeah,
that should have been it. Because, well, speak of what you're great at. That's it.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be sponsors probably there, so they would probably love it because their examples would include the names. Like, there'll probably be a Blue Chew rep at this thing. I can't imagine there wouldn't. Do you have Dick Hills sponsoring your podcast? This is how you go from A to B.
It's A to B.
That's it.
So it's Wren Sinclair versus ZARIA for the North American Championship because ZARIA couldn't beat Wren inside of 5 minutes.
last week. So that was the stipulation. Now, Zaria's title is on the line this week, but wouldn't you know, Wren got jumped by Callie Armstrong and Kendall and Kalani Jordan. So her shoulder's a little out of whack. And this match is very good because Wren is a really good, slippery wrestler. And,
She is.
And ZARIA is a powerhouse, and it's a very good match. It's one of those things where I didn't expect it, but I should have. And so this one's on me. Like I could get mad at Hickenbottom all I want for this, but like I should have known. I should have known that when Grayson Waller gave a pep talk to Saquon Shugars, that what was going to happen was Saquon Shugars was going to go find Dion Lennox and then chase him with a bat out to ringside and then just fight in the middle of the ring during a women's championship match. Because we've seen that, I think, no fewer than a dozen times in 5 years of doing these shows together. It's a staple of Shawn Michaels' booking. And I feel like this is just a thing that I should have known. I can't be disappointed. This is what I should expect of this. So they come out, they get involved. They don't do a whole lot. Like, it wasn't like Wren was like this close to winning and here they come. It was kind of a stalemate, but ZARIA does take advantage of the distraction to hit a spear and an F5 and pins Wren Sinclair because so much was going on at ringside.
I don't understand why Wren needed to be double protected against ZARIA, because there was already the beatdown.
Well, it's because she's going to lose her title next week, but we'll talk about how dumb that is.
Yeah. What's annoying is I actually really like the brawling everywhere trope. Like, I think it's so fun. But
sure.
But not during a women's match, not during a short women's match, and not they run it back too much. Like, I actually really love that trope for arch rivals who hate each other so much they can't help but be fighting backstage, in the ring, on the outside of the ring, in the parking lot, at each other's homes. I love it when used sparingly and when the vitriol is so high that they can't help it. That's not the case here. This is just something that's spilled over from the back. So if they didn't run to the well so many times with it, it would be a little less frustrating. But to also, like, it happening during a women's match thing is also not even that fair of a complaint, because this program in particular is very good about their splits with women's wrestling and men's wrestling time-wise. But still. But it felt so unnecessary.
They don't interrupt dudes matches with dudes fighting.
They don't, and like it felt like it was done to help protect Red, and I don't understand why there's shame in like losing to someone like ZARIA. Like I don't get what they don't get.
Because there had to be a reason to extend this to Heatwave, so that Wren could do something stupid.
It kind of feels like a warm wave. It does not feel like this. Does not feel like a heat wave.
No, it's lukewarm at best.
Like medium high,
and only because kids have been peeing in the pool. That's it. Like that's why it's warm. You know what I mean? It's a wave pool that's unheated on a cloudy day at the water park. And all of a sudden, it's like, why is the water a little warm? And then you realize there's a whole bunch of kids over there. Yeah.
You're like, oh, that Shawn kid peed in my pool.
Let's talk about this dumb thing that she did now. She runs into Stone in his office. It's like, hey, Stone, I need another shot at ZARIA. If Saquon and Dion Lennox hadn't run in there, I would have beat her. And if you're gonna do that, book that.
book that she had her in the cattle mutilation and everybody ran in and tripped over them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But instead, it was. Did I think that Wren was going to win? No, because it was a stalemate, and I figured eventually ZARIA is going to hit the F5 and win. But it was close. At least it was close.
Yeah.
But if you actually have her putting ZARIA in her final wrench, the cattle mutilation, and here come the guys running in, and they trip over them in the middle of the ring, like to break up the pinfall. You know what I mean? The referee's discretion says, well, I'm not going to call off the match, whatever. Or she sees them coming, so she breaks the hold herself, or whatever. Then at least she would have a leg to stand on in this scene, which she doesn't. She is legless. Not Legolas, the elf from the Lord of the Rings, but legless instead. She is double Zach Gallen. She is no legs. And
she's the leg
so
lamp after it's broken.
That's right. Somebody used up all the glue on purpose, and now she has no legs. She says, "What if I can sweeten the deal?" Because Stone's like, yeah, I know that two guys decided to run in and have a fight in the middle of the ring during your match, but I just don't think I can see my way clear to giving you a rematch after that ridiculous thing that happened. And she's like, what if I can sweeten the deal? Since ZARIA can't keep her mind off of my title since you know who once held it, which is a weird thing. It's like you could just say Sol Ruka because she's not released from the company. You know who is all the people who've been released. So, but she says, let's make a match for Heatwave. It's a unification match. So not both titles are on the line. That's different. The verbiage used was unification match, which means ZARIA is gonna have one belt, and there's no more Speed Championship for the ladies. For the ladies, there's no hint at this point that they're going to merge Lexis King's title with Miles Bourne's title. That's not a thing that that it looks like they're gonna do at this point. They may eventually, but it's not like, well, now we don't want Speed titles anymore. It's like Wren Sinclair saying, I will happily give up this title that means so much to me in a match against a woman that I simply cannot beat. So please, will you book that match for me, Robert Stone? Robert Stone says, oh, that sounds like a great idea. I would like to have less title belts on this show because he is the anti-Tony Khan.
It is dumb for her to do. I'm so excited. I hope the Speed titles go away forever.
For sure, I get it.
They suck. They're stupid. Give us the NXT Women's Tag titles back. They deserve them. It would be great for their blossoming talent in the women's division. I also had this idea. Mm-hmm. You know how sometimes they'll be like, we're unifying titles, but actually you carry both of them around?
Yeah.
I would not hate, and I know this is going to shock people because I famously hate the Speed title. Mm-hmm. Though, to their credit, they've been more creative with match production than I thought they were going to be with this thing. If the Speed title was used just for her to squash a bunch of people,
yeah,
and make her vicious, and then the other title was for like an ongoing story, like that would make her one of the most unique champions in the world. I
would love it, but they did say unification, and
they don't follow their own.
That's a very specific thing that they would say. Not like both titles are on the line. I'll put my title on the line too. Let's make it a unification match. That's a different thing entirely. Yeah. I love the idea of ZARIA being like, and Stone be like, ZARIA, well, congratulations on being the new Speed champ. I have to put together a tournament of 4 women before we can get it. Like, no, we're done with that.
every week, send me somebody. I'll beat him in 3 minutes. Oh, okay. Usually the title matches are 5 minutes. It won't take that long.
That would be sick.
And what if you want to set up a tournament? Get 16 women in a tournament, and the winner of that faces me for the North American title. Every week until that tournament is done, send me somebody else for the speed title. Make ZARIA into somebody who's really cool.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
We had Ali Cease earlier. Mm-hmm. Do you see what's come back?
I honestly, I don't even want to see.
Matthew Plus.
Matthew
Our forever
Plus.
troll, says Katie. My full name is Kate. Puts WWE awards where normal people put plants. Now, here's what's unfortunate, is that is extremely accurate. This, back here, since high school, printed out and made me, because legitimately we were in the crowd for best crowd of the year for the Raw after WrestleMania when Dolph Ziggler cashed in. As you know, Ziggler Mark, lost my mind. Had an amazing time. That was also famously where they were just like beach balls and in business for themselves. Who was like Sheamus and the Big Show and Orton or something. It was insane. But I do have a Slammy Award where normal people put plants.
Best crowd of the year.
Best crowd of the year.
Yeah.
December 9th,
wow.
2013, that was printed for me. And I've kept it. My diploma, the frame is broken, but not my Slammy Award. That's what's up.
Interesting. Shiloh Hill does another little vlog.
Yes.
And it says, my face is healing faster than a doctor has ever seen in 30 years. Which I love. I'm coming back a lot sooner than I planned. I was wrestling on live events in a mask, and then he goes into a duffel bag that's got dry ice in it and a whole bunch of masks. And he's like, and he shows, then he comes back, mask, takes off the mask, creepier mask, takes off the mask, even creepier mask, takes off the mask, and then it's an actual medical face mask. But then he talks about Naraku, who did the poison mist, the poison fog. And he says he actually comes from a city in Japan that's called the City of Water, which is odd because I thought he was more interested in the sky. Greg Cherry is saying, Shiloh saying that Naraku isn't interested in the water. He's more interested in the sky. That popped me more than it should have because, of course, Evil is married to the least evil woman on the roster. It's Io Sky.
Like, just the most impossibly charming woman in the world, that Io Sky.
Yeah.
So, if you know anything about Japan, water is like a reasonable thing to.
Sure.
There's a lot of it.
They're an archipelago. There's a lot of water.
We don't get to talk about archipelagos enough.
No, I know. Greg Cherry says, hey, Yins, we soon celebrate the end of at least the women's speed title. Hopefully the men's speed title is to follow. I'll bring the cake. Listen.
You got to give Wren Sinclair something then, because she loves cake.
There's nothing wrong with the idea of a timed television title. The problem is that the time limit is too short, and they insist on doing stupid tournaments to crown a number one contender once every 6 weeks.
And not real tournaments, little baby tournaments.
And not real tournaments. And not, like, as I'm saying, why stupid tournaments? Because they're not real tournaments. Like, my kingdom for a William Regal in WCW TV title reign. Where that guy knew, you have to beat me in 10 minutes. You ain't gonna. Almost all of his successful defenses were him just outlasting a guy. And he was really great at it. And there's so much fun. You know what I mean? Like the old WCW TV title was 10 minutes long. That's a perfect length for this. And then it's fine. 20 minutes, the Continental title is too long. 10 minutes is perfect because it allows people to like get halfway through it and then all of a sudden go, okay, now I got to pick up the pace, and it could be a lot of fun. I'm not against the idea of a TV title, one for each gender in NXT. This just can't be this title defended in this fashion.
Shock of Ages saying the New Japan World TV title is a perfect time TV title. Who was its inaugural champion? Title reign that changed my life. However, I do think a 10-minute one would be good, but I feel like there are certain types of champions that should hold it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if NXT has a lot of those types of wrestlers right now.
Well, I mean, like if you wanted to make a guy the way you wanted to make we're talking about doing Zaria, Mason Rook should have it. Instead of being booked to lose to Cam Hendrix because of turnbuckles, which we're going to talk about in a second, he should be booked to beat guys because he body slams their dad so hard they forfeit.
Because of turnbuckles. Accurate. Can't disagree. That would be awesome. But I still maintain for months they've been alleging he will body slam someone's dad. I have yet to see him body slam a dad.
At this point, it's entirely hearsay.
It is entirely. See, this is the difference between Fightful and other places. We're not going to sit
or
here.
It didn't happen. That is what I have to say about Mason Rook body slamming anybody's dad.
Because I'll say the first part of that holds up. He is big and he is bad. But the committing to that third line, like that's the big one. That's the big kahuna.
Yeah.
Fightful cannot confirm that yet. We have yet to see.
Tom Valley can confirm Island Kate only calmed down after she had a kid.
Okay. And what happened to the island? It's gotten less fun.
It has gotten less fun. It's true.
But you sent my kid away.
Well, we had to make room for somebody. We just don't know who yet.
So maybe once Island Kate is done grieving, she'll be messy bitch again.
Mean Normus says, "'Tis the season of grind running. Cousin Mike and I will have our burn notice review. You people got puppets.
We did.
It will be done, and may Gabagool be with you in your souls." And now let's crank.
Puppet Kate needs to have eye surgery again. Perhaps her eyeball might have popped off. We do need to break out the puppets. It's been a while.
It's been a while. Okay, let's just make sure I don't have any other. Okay, we're good. These are all puns, and they're fantastic puns. Wow, these are great.
Yeah, you guys killed it.
Yeah. Matthew Plus says, "Your viewers will never win Crowd of the Year."
Thanks for the money, though. So, yes, they will.
Yeah.
The SGS is the best.
Speaking of Mason Rook losing because of
turnbuckles, as you said.
He looked better than they've let him look in a while in this, and it's fine. He should beat Cam Hendrix 10 times out of 10. Instead, while pulling Cam Hendrix out of the corner, Cam Hendrix ripped off the turnbuckle pad, and the referee had no idea what had happened. And so then he just runs Mason Rook's full-on carotid artery directly into the turnbuckle, which I was like, that is, I usually don't usually see guys take the bump on the carotid artery.
No.
And then he takes a big kick to the back of the head and pins him. And I just don't think you should be doing this with Mason Rook. I feel like he showed up and immediately made a giant impact. And that impact was a crater that Tony D laid in when he did a giant moonsault onto him. And ever since then, they've made him look worse and worse. Why not capitalize on a guy showing up and everybody going,
who the hell is that who didn't know who he was? And everybody who did know who he was going, awesome, that dude's here. And instead, you have meticulously made him feel less than every week consecutively. That is bad.
I feel like they're like, well, we're not going to have him win a bunch of matches until we figure out his presentation, because they did very quickly acknowledge like their first plan of attack did not work. But the thing is, look at the guy and look at how he moves, because there's some people, if you're a smaller or an average size wrestler, that's fine. Like, you can put them on delay and heat them up later. But when you're like, that would be like doing that with Samoa Joe or something. Like, you cannot take a guy that size and be like, well, he can just eat some losses because he looks like a little weenie. Like, he looks like a little weenie when he's losing to people because of turnbuckles. And that's kind of like an unfair standard, but it's just the realistic nature of wrestling. Like, if that guy's losing to people that are smaller than him, that's just different than a guy who's like 6'1", 210, whatever. Like, it's just he looks like a dweeb instead of someone who is big and bad and allegedly body slams people's fathers.
So the Vanity Project want title shot. They all want title shots. Miles and Tavion show up, and like we want a rematch. And Robert Stone says, "Okay, I'll give you the same deal that was very confusing when I gave it to Miles." Jackson Drake, you will have a match next week, and if you win that match, you get a shot at the North American title at Heatwave. And also, your two boys, Mr. Vapes and Mr. Guy with the Hair, you will get a tag title shot against Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights. Great, at Heatwave. Well, no, because I mean, he'd have to wrestle twice in one night. Miles Bourne is like, bring it on, let's do it. Which all but guarantees that Jackson Drake will win the match next week. I mean, I thought it was going to be a different guy he was going to face, but they were like, Shiloh Hill, and I was like, oh yeah, he's bulletproof. You just have Jackson Drake cheat to beat Shiloh Hill. It's fine. He's got a busted face. It's cool. But I thought it was going to be Keanu Carver, and that Jackson Drake might lose because Micah Lockwood switched allegiances to the guy that she's been licking her lips over.
Oh, that's so fun, yeah.
But that was not the case. It's going to be Shiloh Hill. So Miles Bourne has volunteered to lose the tag titles back to Vanity Project or lose the North American title to Jackson Drake. If I had my choice, I would choose the second one.
Me
because
too.
I think Jackson Drake really needs that. Honestly, both would be fine with me because eventually we would get full heel Tavion Heights, and he and Miles Bourne could have an honest to God feud that doesn't need a title on the line. And listen, as much as I like to poke fun at the Hair and the guy that
of
has
course.
it,
Yeah.
I think they're a tremendous tag team, and I wouldn't mind them getting their titles back almost immediately because they're such a great tag team.
Yeah, and we've talked about this too, just even my personal proclivity of like, I like when a entire stable can run roughshod. It just makes them feel more important, and it also gives an umbrella to a weekly episodic television program, which is something I like. When done well. And
right.
Yeah, of course, like we've been on record as saying Ricky Vapes and Guy with the Hair are great wrestlers. They're just, our fun nicknames for them are too fun to relinquish, so they have to stick around, unfortunately. Yeah. But all three of them are supremely talented. We were talking either last week or the week before about like they might just go up because they're really, really good. and Ethan Page can only dance with Rusev for so long, and that could be a thing, or
Right.
or whatever. Like they are that good that you could see them being a force on the product for another year or going up at any time. Like they're definitely ready. So that's cool. I'm in the same boat of I could see both. I think it's time for Miles to drop the North American title. It also gives him being a double champion gives him reason to lose. I just always hate when they do that immediately because it's always like, I'm going to be a double champion. I can't do it. It happens way too quick. But I'm okay with it here. That's fine. This group cheats all the time. So that's okay by me. But all really good workers involved. So I like that for the mid card and the tag title picture because that tag title picture's needed it for a long time. So that's great. I love it.
Yeah. Agreed.
I also love this from Shock of Ages. The government name, of course, being with the hair, comma guy. Yeah.
Yeah. We get Lucien Price and then Bronco Nima backstage, and Lucien Price is like, no, stay back here. Plan B, right? I get to be a single star. And then he goes out and shows why everybody should make him a single star. Lexis King attempted a jumping nothing off the middle rope. And he got met by an overhand chop that literally split his titty. Like, it was just like, I've seen like Roderick Strong pepper guys with chops over and over again. And they're like, just hamburger. He hit him with one open hand slap, and his chest just went like, and it was just blood coming down.
He's got in such good shape too. He was probably so like, I've been looking good, and now I'm just bleeding from the boob.
I really like Lucien Price. I really like. Again, I think we talked about this last week. His just state of being is that kid from the meme with the veins popping out of his neck, and I'm fine with just that at all time. He's incredibly athletic and stupid strong. His finisher that I didn't realize was his finisher, because I don't think I've ever had him see him do a single finisher. He and Bronco Nima do things together to finish guys in tag teams. His finisher is a one-armed Chingona bomb, where he's like picks a dude up underneath the leg and just like reaches way back here, like he's gonna do like a dunk, and just boom through the center of the earth. That's it. You're done. No. And he's great. I really love watching him. I don't know that the personality is there to make him a single star, but you can absolutely make him into a monster that somebody has to overcome. You know what I mean? I don't know where this guy, again, having somebody who was a manager, having 2 or 3, maybe even 4 or 5 of those guys on your roster, and one of them could take this dude and talk for him and make him into somebody, would be great. Like, Lucien Price is the exact dude who Malcolm Bivens should be paired with.
100%.
Malcolm Bivens being the mouthpiece for Lucien Price, that's a money act. That's a money act all up and down the roster in WWE. And they we don't have managers except for one, and it's Paul Heyman, and no.
I've always felt like Malcolm Stokely Bivens Hathaway had like such a Gary Hart like potential if you gave him the right monster. Like I thought for a long time in AEW it'd be Will Hobbs, like like him selling you on a huge dude, which I felt like when I watch old Gary Hart, like, oh, I'm sold when Gary Hart sells me on a guy. And Stokely / Malcolm has like that very specific ability to jump between comedic and serious very, very quickly and effortlessly. And I feel like when you're selling me on a big dude in modern wrestling, that's like crucially important because it doesn't insult you from what's in front of your eyes, but it also doesn't undercut the value of it. So I would love that. I would love more managers in wrestling in general, but I love managers. It's like one of my favorite things. I really liked in AEW that one time, as too many things in wrestling are, when there was like a trade. I was like, there should be more managers and there should be more managers making trades within your program. I think it would be such an interesting device. Yeah. But anyway, all that being said, he's great. He kind of has sneaky charisma where you see it like pop out every so often, but then it kind of retreats a little bit.
He's got a lot more personality in the ring than he does outside of it.
Yes. And honestly, that's, I feel like, the harder part to maybe get. So that's cool. I have no idea where Josh Briggs is. Do you?
Nope.
Because Josh Briggs with him could be a fun tag team too, because I think Josh Briggs actually does have like a decent amount of personality. But I don't know. It feels like they know the seeds of what's being planted in letting him kind of like explore what the singles moment might be. But I do agree that we should probably strap him up with a mouthpiece of some sort. That's not Enzo.
Yeah.
Find somebody else. They had Selena De La Renta in their employ for a while and then just let her go, which was very odd to me because I don't think she made on-screen appearances, but I think she's super talented. But I don't I don't know who on the Indies is a manager that they could go snipe right now. No. Like the biggest Indies manager is Amira, who's with Michael Oku, and on several levels.
Valab has a great idea. I feel like Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen make a good tag team.
They should try that. And they should make one of them a dweeby virgin. And they should have a love triangle that plays out like a Hallmark movie with a high-powered businesswoman.
Alpha Bill that says Josh is reinventing himself as Triple Vest. He decided one more vest was the missing piece.
But he stole his tag partner's vest.
SP3 is here, and he's a little late. I'm watching NXT right now, late, and I have a question. Why did Wren Sinclair have to be hurt, beaten down from a whole match, and also distracted just to lose to ZARIA? No respect for ZARIA still. Welcome to us talking about this.
Tell us about it, babe. Tell us about it.
Yeah. Anyway. Jada Parker and Thea Hale are besties. And
they are.
Honestly, it's the most wholesome thing.
It's kind of adorable, right? Okay, I thought that was just me. I was like, wait, is this
like,
adorable?
Thea Hale being like, it's been a long time since I had a friend. And like, it was really cute. And then it's like I'm I talked to Stone, I'm gonna face Natty next week, and Jada Parker like, Natty's no joke. She had me spun out like totally, so you need to like be better. Like, will you be there for you? Absolutely. And then they hug, and it's like it's the most softened I've ever seen Jada Parker. Like it's an entirely different like situation. Like it's nice, and which is why I'm pretty sure she's going to turn on Thea Hale, because that's kind of what they do with Thea Hale, and yeah.
Look, you know how I feel about hatred, and that I find it to be paramount in my wrestling.
Yeah.
But I'm not anti-friendship. I'm anti-respect. Mm-hmm. I'm so sick of guys. You know what? I respect you.
Yeah.
Enough of that. But I like friendship. I'm here for friendship. So
as long as the friendship doesn't involve mutual respect, you're here for it.
Well, it needs to be more than respect. Like you know what? We had some tension there, but we fought through it, and now I respect. Enough with that shit. Get that out of here. This is why it's good Eddie Kingston is back on my screen, because he's like, I hate everybody.
I love you, but God damn it, do I not respect you? Like it's that. It's one of those things.
That's what I need.
Yeah,
that's what I need.
It's the reverse Wes Mantooth.
Reverse Wes Mantooth. I've
You
always
got
said.
if you
He's
got
the driving force in wrestling.
That's right. The classic reverse Wes Mantooth.
That's enough out of you, Mantooth. That's you know why we get so sick of these pull apart brawls? It's because nobody's gonna do it better than Anchorman with that new scene.
No one will ever
Nobody. You
No.
can't. There's no topping that.
You know who could throw a trident really far? Lucien Price. I think he could throw a trident really far.
I immediately was like, "Oh, Pepe."
Well, the trident's more of a javelin thing, and he was a shot putter. So
That's a fair point. That's a very fair point.
Um,
Also, shout
Okay.
out to Brooks Jensen, who's reinvented himself as a character that just like knows ball, and that's like a controversial thing in this ecosystem. So.
nice. Romeo Moreno is agonizing over whether or not to accept a spot in the Fatal 4-Way for the number one contendership to face Rey Fenix. And he's agonizing over it because he doesn't want to pull focus from being in a tag team with Noam Dar.
But they don't win ever.
No, they don't win ever, and they don't really even have matches ever. They've had 2 matches and they lost both of them. So
Yeah.
pull your focus. It's fine. What I thought this was something that I thought you were going to love, which is that I thought the 4th guy in the match and why Romeo Moreno didn't want to take it was going to be Noam Dar. I thought, like, he told me that we're both in it, but I don't want to be in it because I'm going to have to fight you, and you're my mentor and my tag partner. I don't want that. And Noam Dar is like, well, it's a shot at the cruiserweight title, which is a thing that I never got to hold. So I would really love that. I think we should both do it. And don't worry, I won't hold it against you. But it's not that. It's not that at all. Noam Dar sneaking a victory in the Fatal 4-Way, and Noam Dar versus Rey Fenix. Are you kidding me? But instead,
I had all of these same thoughts.
instead, the 4th guy in the match is another perennial loser.
Yeah.
Tristan Angels comes in
Why?
and immediately addresses the fact that dude does not look like he's a cruiserweight.
Thank you.
And he's like, but apparently this snatched little waist means I qualify. And I'm like, no, your waist being snatched is fine. You have so much muscles in your shoulders. I feel like that negates the
That's
snatched
200
waist.
pounds right there. Yeah.
You look like,
like
you
good
look
for
like
you, but
you look like Buddy Murphy. Like you don't and that guy was definitely never under 205.
and he
What
would
is
never
the
be-
triple A weight limit for cruiserweight?
He wouldn't be proud of being a cruiserweight, I feel like, either. Cruiserweight. Wait. Unless someone in the chat knows. Where is Louise? 231 pounds or 105 kilograms.
is the well, that's nothing. That's a there's a lot of guys that could fit under that limit.
Yeah, also, crucially, I feel like more than Laparca would qualify for that.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, so it's going to be EK Prosper who probably wins it. Laparca, because why would you have a AAA guy win a match against 3 NXT guys to have a match against Rey Fenix on NXT? He wouldn't. So
That would be weird.
either EK Prosper wins it, who just lost to Keanu Carver last week, or Romeo Moreno, winless, or Tristan Angels, winless since his first match in NXT. Why are any of these guys in this match? EK Prosper, fine, but like Dorian Van Duke should be in it. At least he's been winning
Alex,
stuff. Sean Legacy should be in it. He's a former Evolve champion. Anybody under I'm pretty sure Shiloh Hill is under 230 pounds as his shoot weight. What are we doing here, people?
I know the wins and losses don't make sense here. but it's important to remember, neither does the story at all.
Right.
So you've got to consider that too, that there's absolutely no story going into any of this. So.
230 pounds is obscenely high.
I have no idea about anything.
How
but that
the
is
hell?
What Google says, but I think it's probably so most of them can compete in it. Unless Google's wrong, which is entirely possible.
Cody Rhodes is a cruiserweight.
That's kind of funny, honestly.
If Seth Rollins went to the buffet and ate 13 pounds of crab legs, he'd still be under the weight. He'd still be under the weight limit. Like that's too high of a weight limit for a cruiserweight title.
Yeah, this is very funny because Cage Size has an article. Ricky Saints sets his sights on AAA Gold. At 204 pounds, Saints is well within the 231-pound weight limit to compete for the
cruiserweight title in WCW was I don't think it was that. The light heavyweight title in WWE was 225. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But it felt like the cruiserweights it's very funny because if it was 230 pounds in WCW, they never had a guy over 170 pounds challenge for that title ever. It was Juventud Guerrera versus Billy Kidman. That was the entirety of it.
That's fair. I guess in New Japan it's 220. Is that right? If SP3 is still in the chat, he'll know.
220 feels possible.
But for New Japan, that also feels high.
205 is the right number because
205 honestly feels right. Yeah. I like it.
Naraku should be in it because he's listed at under 230 for sure. They listen. If Lucien Price cut 15 pounds, he'd be the cruiserweight champion. He's listed at 245.
Lexis King should be in it.
He should. He probably could. Ponytail Mustache could be in it. He's definitely under 230.
It's true.
Ponytail Mustache has a bigger right to be in there than Tristan Angels does.
If you're not Mason Rook, you could probably be in it. If we're being so for real.
Okay. We got Cruz Montana versus Grayson Waller in a very long match where Grayson Waller got to do, count them, not one, but two, run to the outside, run back in, and dive things. One of them was a flatliner, not the stunner he normally hits, and the other was he got hit by a spin the block. The rotating, it's a discus clothesline. So this was good. Was I the only one weirded out by the fact that I don't think I've ever seen Grayson Waller wrestle in tights? That man has wrestled in basketball shorts since I've ever seen him do anything.
I'm trying to think because he was off the main roster for so long, like on
right.
TV. Like even in that New Day stuff, he wasn't like matching their gear or anything. Yeah, I think you're right.
He was wearing tights and knee pads and kick pads, everything the same shade of ecto cooler green, and I was like, this seems like a really weird thing for him to wear, and he wore long tights near the end of the New Day. Man, I don't remember if I ever watched him wrestle when he was with the New Day. Anyway,
I think it works like with this.
It's fine. It's just it
is jarring. Yeah,
I was not expecting it. But he had a very good match against Santana Montana.
He's great.
Listen, I'm intentionally messing up his name. Vic Joseph was not, but he could not keep it straight. That dude called him Santana twice during that match.
Yeah.
Because it's too close to
he is.
Montana, and that's his fucking name. That's why.
Yeah.
Those are the two reasons why he called Montana Santana.
And it's been his name here, and also Vic Joseph loves Hannah Montana, as we know. Santana Montana. Yeah, this was very, very good. Like, I honestly very much liked the way both these guys worked together. It was longer than I thought it was going to be, but I think you need that if Grayson Waller's going to be this kind of like hot shit character. There was also, I can't remember if they showed it on here, but they showed it on social media. Like, his promo delivery is very natural and good. Like, you know how big I am on natural talkers, and he's very, very natural. So, like, I feel like he has the ingredients, and I felt that way for a long time. It just, how they harness them, if that's what he's here to do, is reestablish that in NXT, that's cool. But, like, it's funny that he's down here, because I'm like, there's nothing about him that doesn't feel main roster ready. It feels like they just gave up, which is a bummer, honestly. But the match was very, very strong. I really liked watching them. And Mike Santana, you also know how I feel about guys making things feel like a fight. Like, Santana's one of those guys that's gonna hit hard. So this was fun. That I have to leave the room. Same deal. I have to leave the ring to come back thing is stupid. But
I liked the flatliner more than the stunner.
I agree.
But yeah, having to run and do a little somersault through the ring ropes is just a weird thing to do.
It
is. Listen, I've actually not hated what they've done with the Tony D character. No nonsense guy is interesting. Interesting is the wrong word. It's fine. Like, they're not giving him a whole lot to do, but I love the way he works as a wrestler, and that they're not changing. He's just super no-nonsense guy now on the mic. But nowhere is the gap in personality between former Tony D and present Tony D more evident than when he is on commentary. Because I remember that guy was on commentary for a couple of matches in 2022 or whatever. He was on commentary for a couple of Santos Escobar matches when they were feuding. Good. And he was dynamic and fun and funny and knew exactly where to like call things in the ring and then like undercut what he had just seen, when to give props, when to say, okay, so I'll give props to that, but however, this guy does this. So good that I was thinking, you know what you should do with this guy? Because he's so great and such an amazing thing. For a while, they would have guest commentators on Main Event. Just send them up and let him be a guest color guy on Main Event. Let him work on that kind of stuff, because who knows if the guy gets, injured for 6 months.
Sure.
He could be a dude at the desk because he was so interesting. And then now this version of him is like, yeah, I heard what you said, Vic. I'm watching the match. Like, Vic asked him a question, total radio silence, so much so that Vic Joseph had to ask him, did your headset get turned off when Grayson Waller threw Santana Montana over the desk? It's like, no, I heard what you said. I'm watching the match. I'm like, there really was no need to have him out there. You know what I mean?
I wish they found a happy medium, because it also, I feel like the Reign has just suffered so much from all of his ops getting called to the main roster at the same time. Like, that sucks. But I don't know any defining characteristics about him. Like, I think there was really something to the idea you had of Brooklyn, not the Brooklyn Brawler, but like a Brooklyn Brawler seeming kind of guy. Because he would crush that backstory too of like having to actually fight for money, and like that would be so compelling, and he could do it in a less cartoonish way than maybe the mob stuff had been presented at NXT. If that's like, I guess my concern with this is I don't think this closes the gap of him getting to the main roster. Like, there's no reason to call this guy up.
unless you're putting him as part of a group and just having him work
Sure.
because he's
But the vision's
really
falling
dynamic
apart,
in the ring.
right?
Right,
Like,
exactly. Yeah. You don't need that. Honestly though, if Braun Breaker moves away from the vision and they want to have a third guy in there to just suplex guys and be silent, Tony D would fit the bill. I don't
he
know what
does
else you're
fit
going to
that
do with him.
mold.
That
all gets screwed up when Bronson Reed comes back, though, too.
They never should have done like I am the son or the nephew of the Don of the five families. Like it should have been like I grew up on the streets. I used to do odd jobs for maid guys.
Yeah.
But I saw a friend of mine get gunned down on the street, and I said no, but I had nothing else to do. So I went to a gym and started learning how to box, and I realized I could handle myself. And so this is what I do to put food on the table for my family. I fight guys. I don't care who you are. I'm gonna put you in the ground as long as I get paid. That's like if you make him that guy, if you make him low key Eddie Kingston, like all like that's it. Like he just needs to be a dude from the borough who fights guys because that's all he's got. Honestly, like Vince was so against the idea that any of his wrestlers needed money. That money was never brought up. There was no such thing as a winner's purse or anything. They should all be larger than life multi-millionaires who just do this because, I guess. But this dude who's like, if I don't win, I don't get to send the same kind of check to my mom.
I love the pay window. It's like my favorite.
It's so great. But yeah.
Yeah, and like I feel like we hear that story a little bit, but it's not like a defining character or whatever. Like there was a moment where Jacob Fatu did it. There was a moment when Keanu Carver did it, right? But like for Tony D to make that that's his quest here would be so good.
Anyway, none of this matters because Zilla Fatu shows up. This is the guy that Robert Stone was on the phone with last week and then several times this week. The last time we saw him, he said, "Hi, yeah, I just want to let you know I'm still interested. Please call me back." Like somebody had a couch up for sale on Craigslist, and he really needs that couch, and they're only charging $10 for it, but it's all the way across town. And he doesn't want to have to ask for a ride from his friend who's got a pickup truck unless he knows the couch is still for sale. Please call me back. I am still interested. That is the energy that he had while trying to strike a deal with Zilla Fatu.
I figured this was the case. I was struck by how aggressive his yellow neon sneakers were. They were very bright.
Mm-hmm.
Very bright.
Yeah.
I want to know what the chat thinks. With everything going on with the Bloodline right now, did you guys think he was going to the main roster to like force Solo to rejoin the Bloodline? Because there was part of me that wondered if Solo refuses to rejoin the Bloodline and is like, well, I'm going to make you. Mm-hmm. But I feel like that would also be redundant with with Jacob Fatu, because like you don't need somebody more badass than that.
Mm-hmm. The idea that like, oh, I hear you're a free agent and you're available. Yes, I would like to meet with you. As opposed to you're a member of the family that is the centerpiece of all of our storytelling for the past 6 years. It's just such a dumb. I hear you're a free agent and available. I would like to meet with you to make you an offer, as opposed to just come on in, because we know how this whole thing works with that family. So it's just
Well, and like,
Very-
wouldn't it make him feel like more of a prized free agent if it was like, oh my God, like this is like you already come in with so much cachet. If
Yeah.
like, if that's
Like the
deal.
idea of that, I'm going to call him and say, "Hello, yes, I hear you're a free agent and you are available. I am interested." As opposed to him getting, like getting a call
Yeah,
from somebody on behalf of Zilla Fatu, and like, yeah, absolutely, we're interested. I mean, I never thought, but yes, bring him in. I'd love to meet with him. You know what I mean?
I do feel like their NXT could strike a balance of, and I don't know how deals come together or anything like that when they find out people's plans. So this is not like whatever, but like they've reloaded a lot and they've needed to desperately. It would be okay to bring back like a couple weeks of vignettes for some of these guys. Like teasing Zilla probably would have been a cool move rather than like, and then go out there to attack them. Like we've gotten a lot of that. So I don't think you want to do that with everybody, but there's certain people that you should probably bring that back with, and others that can do this. Zilla's one I probably would have been like, well, let's make him feel like a big deal off the bat, right?
Well, they did. I mean, they had him come out and destroy both Grayson Walla and
Yes.
Santana Montana, and then stare down Tony D. And they had Vic Joseph creaming himself, going, "Zilla Fatu! It's Zilla Fatu! Book! It's Zilla Fatu!" And so
I think that was their way of saying his name is going to stay the same here in WWE as it was on the Indies, so I'm going to say it 87 times in a row.
yeah, it was gonna be, you know, I don't know, Zachariah Uso, then it definitely would have been like, we know who that is. Yeah, so
There you go.
he had some very impressive splashes.
He did have some very impressive flashes. He did. So I hope he does well. Do I sound like I'm saying Zilla Fatu? My God, that's our favorite realtor, Zilla Fatu.
Uh-huh.
There's someone I banned, and I don't normally like love calling attention to these things, but the thing is his handle was Daring Man 7789, and he came in to make fun of the fact that we only have 2,500 people watching, and he's here at 5 of midnight Eastern. But like his handle was Daring Man. I don't think he's that daring if he's spending his Tuesday nights trolling our Fightful YouTube channel. Like that doesn't give cliff jumping vibes. You know what I mean?
No.
That doesn't even give it. He wouldn't even go on the Ferris wheel on Tomodachi Island. So
No.
that's just sorry. I don't normally. I just like click ban and I move on with my life. But Daring Man.
You know, he's very daring.
Any relation to Terrence Mann from
No.
Field of Dreams? I don't think so.
No.
I spit on that idea because James Earl Jones would never.
Listen, it was you actually found the kid from Christmas Story who dared the other kid to put his tongue on the thing. But now he's not a kid anymore. He's a man.
He's a daring
And
man.
it was too long to do triple dog daring man.
Right, yeah, no, of course.
Because that's too long of a
Too many
thing.
letters
He's
for
just
the
daring.
YouTube handle.
Anyway, let's do some puns. Monster movie puns in honor of Godzilla Fatu. Tom LaValle says Hangman Adam Rampage. Greg
Very
Cherry
good.
with my favorite one of the entire night, I believe. Jurassic better call somebody.
That's very good.
The
The Jurassic universe just keeps giving and giving, you know?
Mothra, El Serra Miedo, and Kaiju Leah Hart.
Very nice.
Christopher S says Vinny Pacifico Rim.
Greg Cherry says Texas Cloverfield.
Very nice.
Very good. Chris Perez says the Corbin in the Xavier Woods.
Very nice.
Chris Perez says the Mystico. Meat Enormous says Sentinel Snow, Giordra Rosa, Master Mold, Steve Austin. Oh no, wait, that was not okay. There we go. Awesome Kong ain't got cowboy shit on meat. Says
There you
Meat
go.
Enormous. There we go. Great Jerry says Godzilla versus Awesome Kong.
There you go. Well done.
And Lucien Photo says Kong Skull Tour of the Islands and the Red Mist.
Very nice.
Ryan Ben says Baba Gobblegook Techno Tribbles 2000 Marty Mothra.
Very nice.
Okay. Lieutenant Photo says Millennial Cowboys and Aliens. Greg Cherry says the Phantom of the Opera.
Very nice.
Greg Cherry says Nightmare on Women's Street. Do we still have that one? Can you pull that one up for us?
Nightmare
Still
on
in-
Women's Street. Can I pull that up? Why can't I just?
Nightmare on Women's Street.
Nightmare on Women's Street. This is terrifying, Soul Rook and JC Jane, and this Nightmare on Women's Street.
Meet Enormous says Zelina Baba Yaga,
Very good.
Eddie Kruger Patna, Candyman Randy Savage, It Baker, Pinheady Kingston,
Okay.
Dracula LA Knight,
Yeah.
Lone Werewolf Baron Corbin, and Van Helsehausen.
Those are really good, and I understood all of the references.
Lieutenant Photo says the creature from the Blackpool Combat Club.
Very nice.
Greg Cherry, Bride of Frankensteiner.
Hell yeah.
Mike Shutt, dipping into some, man, I don't know how to, I've seen it written, but I've never heard it pronounced. King Ghidorah Van Dukes? Sure. Canadian Destroyer.
Hell yeah.
Deegan Dolan, Nos for Fatu. Seth freaking Brundle. Aubrey Edwards II. The Blobby Rude. And Sadakoko Beware.
Hell yeah.
This is one that I liked a lot. Bunk Funk says Hanka Tanka Science Monster. Greg Cherry says the Suplexorcist.
Very good.
Not a rematch clause, but rematch Jaws.
Of course.
From Greg Cherry.
Duh.
Alpha Bill says Rodan the Dad.
Sorry, took me a second. Got it.
Silver Star Scimitar says Coco B. Werewolf.
Very nice.
Dracula Parka. Brody King Kong. Blake Demon Rowe. Abominable Al Snowman. Josh Briggsfoot. Hardcore Blob Holly. And Rodanhausen.
Nice. A couple Rodanhausens. I like it.
Greg Cherry says Bigfoot Josh.
Yeah.
And then Greg Cherry says straight out of puns for the night. Love you, Jens. I love you too.
Thank you, Great Cherry. We appreciate you.
Tom says ponytail mustache might have to lose the ponytail or the mustache to make weight, though. Would it be
true.
worth it? I think not.
Well, you could grow the mustache back pretty easily, not the hair.
No, not the hair. Silver Star Scimitar says Mr. Kraken Kennedy. Chelsea Serpent Green and Zombie Priestley.
Very nice.
Tom LaValle says Scylla Fatu and Solru Charybdis. Okay. There are some good, very good jukeboxes here. I'm very excited about it.
We do have a non-jukebox chat, though. Did you see?
Where's the one? What did I miss it?
What's wrong?
Oh. A fun one. You are creating a new promotion, and you need to select wrestlers from promotions. You can select 5 each from AEW and WWE, 3 men and 2 women. Rest from either TNA, New Japan, MLW, Maple Leaf Pro. Who are the champions? My goodness, this is a very loaded question for
This
a Tuesday.
is involved. 3 men from AEW and 3 men from WWE. This is hard because I have to set my biases aside because I'm a promoter of the people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Osprey.
Yeah, I would for AEW. I would probably do currently, and this is really rough because if I only get 3, I would do Osprey, Swerve, and Max.
That's literally what I was thinking. So now I have to switch it up because I don't want to have the same promotion. If Alex chose them, mine are off the board. That's what we're doing. So I'm going to go Kyle Fletcher because you chose Osprey.
Yeah, I mean honestly, like he's right there with him. But I didn't want to do all 3 white guys.
No, that was something that's on my mind too. That's something that's on my mind too. So I'll do Kyle Fletcher. I mean, do you take Hanger? That feels obvious.
Yeah, Hanger's great. I mean, Hanger's so great. I might if I had. That's so rough.
Their talent pool is ridiculous there. So I'll do Hanger. God, this is not an easy question. You know what I'm gonna do? Bandito.
Nice.
That's
a
gonna
good
be
one.
my poll. Your gals.
I mean, if you're giving me first pick on gals too, I got to take Tony Storm and Mercedes. I mean, okay. Those are yeah.
Respect. I'll take Willow and Athena.
Those are 2 great ones.
Yeah. But it's weird, like the fact Chris Statlander's not in that conversation.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
Again, like
the
why?
talent pool is insane.
No, I mean, I almost went with Stat, but I was like, no, I got to get Tony. Tony Storm just runs the whole.
Yeah.
And Mercedes is Mercedes, so I got to do that. For the from WWE.
Don't you fucking dare.
I'll leave you Kevin Owens. Chad Gable.
Ooh, okay.
Because I want to just a pure worker. Chad Gable.
Oba.
That's obvious. And Gunther, but he's got to put on 25 pounds, at least 25 pounds, maybe even 50.
So Walter, you're choosing Walter.
I want Walter. I'm drafting Walter. That man needs to eat a lot of schnitzel. Like, let's go. Let's get back up to the real fighting weight, okay?
Kevin Owens, obviously. Ugh. I don't want CM Punk, but like if I'm thinking a draw, like obviously, but I'm not gonna play that game. I'll take Javon.
That's a great one.
And I'll take Kevin Owens, Javon. Who am I rounding that out with? Fuck, this is really hard. I'm surprised you didn't take Rusev with you.
No.
I'll take Mello.
Only 3? No.
I'll take Mello.
I can't do my special boy Rusev if I only have 3. And the 2 women I would take would be Rhea if she can just stay healthy.
Sure.
And deaf if she can just stay healthy.
That's fair.
Like, it just both of them end up being injured so much that I feel like I'm shooting myself in the foot.
I'll take Becky. And I'll take... on the women's side. Does this include NXT?
Sure.
I'll take ZARIA too.
That's a great one. Yeah.
I'm taking...
And I mean, I don't know. Like, I have to all the other places. I don't know.
I'll take one from each. I'll take Leon Slater. I'll take Zach because I'm here to pop myself.
Right, you would have to.
Though their younger talent is vivid right now. And I'll take Dijak because I fucking love Dijak. And I don't know enough about.
I would have taken Dijak, but I don't know who signed to Maple Leaf Pro. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, me either. Who are my champions? Kevin Owens, Kyle Fletcher, Athena, Willow, and we didn't take tag champions.
No, so. I don't think I would do that. No, the champion is only one champ for each gender.
Okay.
Swerve is the champ.
Fair.
Because I think he'd be great for everybody to chase. And for the women, Mercedes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would have thought Tony because I don't know.
But Tony doesn't need a title to be important.
That's
that's the other thing about that. So.
That's fair.
Yeah.
There you go.
And of course, from TNA, I would take Tall by Elegance and Small by Elegance.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Man, they can't even retain talent in our fake world. That's tough.
Okay, now we have some jukeboxes.
Knock yourself out.
Okay.
These are all yours. This rules. No more.
No, you have to do air sacs on one of them. Ryan Ben says, "Go Godzilla." I believe that is just Godzilla by Blue Oyster Cult.
Oh yeah.
So we'll go ahead and do that. I haven't done a William Regal in a while. With a purposeful grimace and a terrible sound, he pulls the spitting high-tension wires down. Helpless people on a subway train scream bug-eyed as he looks in on them. He picks up a bus and he throws it back down as he wades through the buildings for the center of town. Oh, no. They say he's got to go Godzilla. Ooh. Oh, no. There goes Tokyo go Godzilla. Ooh. Oh, no, they say he's got to go. It's mostly about him going.
Fair.
And mostly people saying that he must go.
Of course, yeah. No, that came across. That was conveyed. I left Io Sky out. That was dumb of me. I take that back.
I almost did her, but it's didn't.
Tough. It's a tough biz.
It is a tough biz. Tim McFall wants Linda to sing Monster Mash and discuss what it means. Is that like according to your weird conspiracy theory?
It might be.
Hold on.
It doesn't
I honestly
sound like an orgy.
Honestly, I should have the lyrics memorized, but I don't.
You should.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the mash. He did the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. He did the mash. It caught on in a flash. He did the mash. He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast, the ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrodes. They did the mash.
They did the Monster Mash. The Monster Mash. It was a graveyard smash. They did the mash. It caught on in a flash. They did the mash. They did the Monster Mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking. All were digging the sounds. Igor on chains, backed by his baying hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker 5. They played the mash. It was mostly about a mash being played, smashing in the graveyard. The Flash, it was caught on in Monster Mash. Out from his coffin, Drac's voice did ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the list and lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist? It's now the mash. It's now the Monster Mash, and it's a graveyard smash caught on in the Flash. Monster Mash." Anyway, the hidden meaning behind all of this is that Dr. Frankenstein is throwing a party at his castle, and all the monsters are coming over, and they're going to do a specific kind of dance. It's going to be a big sensation. And at the end of the night, all of the monsters go home, some more inebriated than others. There was no hanky-panky. Everybody had fun, and they did it again the following year because it is the annual Halloween party thrown by Dr. Frankenstein in his laboratory.
I think it's a key party. That's all I'm saying. It's a monster key party. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Swaran said, wanted to ask that question since 2 weeks ago for some reason, but always after acting you guys. YouTube wouldn't let me send the chat. You're always so cool, and you always come in with fun ones. So thank you so much.
All right. Hold on. Hello, everybody. It's me. Now, listen, these are two fantastic songs, and I'm not sure which one I want to sing first. So I'm going to go Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, and then I'll just do it. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, tita, saka, by a toe. If it hotter, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. My mother told me to pick the very best one, and you are it. Okay, here we go. Rafael Garcia wants Dusty, that's me, to sing Father Figure by George Michael. I'm assuming this is dedicated to my son, Cody, who is locked in a mortal feud with Randy Orton, who is the son of Cowboy Bob Orton.
That's true.
Okay, here we go. A lot of fathers and sons here. Here we go. Come on. Okay, here we go. That's all I wanted. Something special. Something sacred in your eyes. For just one moment to be bold and naked. Sometimes I think that you'll never understand me. Maybe this time is forever. Say it can be. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That is all you wanted. Something special. Someone sacred in your life. Just for one moment to be warm and naked at my side. Now, this is explicit. Like you were talking about the Monster Mash. There's nothing in the Monster Mash that says be warm and naked at my side. Like if there was, I would agree with you. But instead, it is in this one. Sometimes I think that you'll never understand me. But something tells me together we'd be happy. Whoa, 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 baby. I will be your father figure. Put your tiny hand in mine. I will be your preacher, teacher, anything you have in mind. I will be your father figure. I have had enough of crime. I will be the one who loves you till the end of time. Baby.
You were really just looking to get to the chorus there.
I just wanted to get to the chorus. Honestly, I have never heard the verses before in my life. It is just the chorus, and that is it. I did not realize how much it was about being naked. I thought it was different. I did not realize it was about being naked and warm also by my side.
About both those things for sure.
I did think it was a tiny bit more innocent than that, but it is definitely not.
Does not seem to be so, no.
All right.
Upon further review of the lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's do the next one then. Tom Nevada says, Dusty sings Werewolves of London by Warren Zevon. Werewolves of London lyrics. No, don't get ahead of yourself now.
I'm sorry, I'm just very excited.
I'm waiting for it. Here we go. Now hold on. Hold on. There we go. All right. Just waiting for it to load because it's a little slow. Here we go. All right. I saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand, walking through the streets of Soho in the rain. He was looking for the place called Lee Ho Fook's to get a big dish of beef chow mein. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo, baby. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo, daddy. You hear him howling around your kitchen door. You better not let him in. Little old lady got mutilated late last night. Werewolves of London again. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo, mama. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo, if you will. He's a hairy-headed jet who ran amok in Kent. Lately, he's been overheard in Mayfair. You better stay away from him. He'll rip your lungs out, Jim. I'd like to meet his tailor. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo, baby daddy. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo, that's hard times. When you get your lungs ripped out, that is the hardest of times. Honestly, I would rather somebody gave me a gold watch and kicked me out of my butt and said, a computer took your job, daddy. Then they said, you have no lungs because they have been ripped out by a werewolf. Also, blimey, you are in London.
I agree. That sounds like the hardest of times would be to have your lungs ripped out by a werewolf. That seems
like
awful.
Honestly, like having somebody giving me a gold watch sounds like a picnic.
Yeah.
Compared to having my lungs ripped out.
Sure.
Also, my name would be Jim for some reason. That is a whole different lifestyle I would be living. Imagine if my name was Jim Rhodes. That'd never work.
That doesn't work at all. That doesn't work. Not even James. Doesn't work.
Nope. Jimmy Rhodes? Maybe.
Maybe. That's closer.
But no, that's not.
That's closest.
No, I'm sorry. All right, well, I gotta go.
Okay, well, thank you so much for treating us to a double shot.
Hello.
Hello.
Ryan Ben wants Ricky to do Cry Little Sister, and Sheila does air sax. I don't. Cry Little, this isn't the one that I know of, which is the one by Elvis Presley. It's a different one.
Seems different.
What? It seems like a different one. Oh, it's the theme from The Lost Boys. Oh, yeah. That makes more sense.
Sure.
The Lost... Oh, I know. This is the one where they have the guy who lifts a lot of weights, but also plays... You've never seen this movie.
I have not.
No. It's got vampires in it, so you've never seen it. But it does have Kiefer Sutherland in it. And like 1987 Kiefer Sutherland.
Okay.
So like the peak of his powers. And vampire powers. But there's a very famous scene which doesn't involve any feasting on blood or anything like that. So you can watch this scene.
Okay.
But there's a man who very famously is very oiled up and shirtless playing a saxophone.
I will be only playing a saxophone. My shirt is staying on and I'm not going to oil up for this, but thank you.
Well, you know you're oiled up underneath that sweatshirt anyway. The last fire will rise behind those eyes. Black house will rock. Blind boys don't die. Immortal fear, that voice so clear through broken walls, that scream I hear. Cry, little sister, thou shalt not fail. Come, come to your brother, thou shalt not die. Unchain me, sister, thou shalt not fear. Love is with your brother, that shall not kill. Thank you.
Crushed it on the air sax. Holy shit. Thank you, Ricky.
You're welcome.
You know what, I was thinking of you earlier today because I was having a tortilla, but it was just a tortilla.
But it wasn't wrapped inside an enigma or
No.
whatever. No.
Not wrapped inside an enigma, inside of a mystery, inside of a
Egg
eggshell
roll wrapper.
Egg
Roll wrapper. Yeah.
that was placed just
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, that's right.
We have fun here, Ricky.
Yeah, we do.
I have a
Don't
question
we?
for you.
Yeah?
Are you at all hip to the English independent scene? And if so, did you ever see Mason Rook body slam anyone's dad?
Well, I saw him body slam a man's aunt once, but she had it coming.
Okay. We're looking very specifically for dad, and we're
Yeah.
trying to get it confirmed. So
Well,
I
it doesn't rhyme though. He's big, he's bad. He'll body slam your aunt.
No, it doesn't, especially with your
No.
accent.
No,
If it was the Midwest, it almost rhymes.
right?
Body
yeah.
slam your aunt.
No, still no though.
Yeah.
Also, crucially, not the father.
Yeah.
It's your mother's sister, and that's just very different.
Yeah.
Right. Well, keep cool, gabagoos.
Toodles.